Welcome back to Mets Nets Jets D podcast, coming to you on a Wednesday, Hump Day, July 22nd. And this is the main card breakdown of UFC Fight Night Whittaker versus Darren Till. Let's get into it. Yesterday was the prelims, 9 prelim fights and on that first section. And then we got 6 to finish it off. And leading up to that main event, to Robert Whittaker making his comeback against Darren the Gorilla Till. We're going to hop in the first lead bout in the main card. Alex Oliveira going up against Peter Sabata. Just going through the measurables right now. Similar age, Peter Sabata is currently older, and he had a little hiatus. He is taller and doesn't have as much reach as Oliveira. But just looking at Peter Sabata really quickly, is a veteran of the UFC, mainly a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So he has that background. Leon Edwards, horrible loss in that one. I did see that Ben Saunders fight. He looked good in that. He faced Nicholas Dalby, who's on this card, which is a solid win. Cal Neok, that one was kind of embarrassing, and that kind of told me a lot. That was a kick straight to the body, and he crumbled. Absolutely crumbled. I don't know if he caught him when he was taking a breath, but it was one of the worst kicks for him he's ever taken in his whole life. And that is a telling sign for me, especially in this bout between him and Alex Cowboy Oliveira. 9-6 in the UFC. This is a true veteran in the game. Had a rough patch right here with Gunnar Nelson, which was a horrible loss. Blood everywhere from ground and pound elbows. Mike Perry, that's a tough loss. But they were going back and forth at it. Oliveira is back and forth in every fight. He doesn't give up. A lot of action, different type of maneuvers, huge leg kicks. In any direction, has a very wide stance, and spinning back fists at any moment. He's very unorthodox and surprising with his attacks, and wild at the same time. That's why he has these 3 losses, because the fact that he's so dynamic, it leaves him exposed in some occasions. But between these two in this matchup, I think that the way Sabata guards himself. He guards his face very high. He has his high guard, and it leaves his midsection exposed. These kicks that Oliveira does on a consistent basis is going to get at him and eat at his cardio, and is going to make him think about what to do next. And I think that's going to be a problem for him. Alex Oliveira, I like him in this bout, especially since the fact that Peter Sabata has been away since 2018. He's been focusing more on his family. He opened up 2 new businesses. So he's obviously, he went away and was like, yo, I can make some more money outside the UFC. And he got UFC on the side. So he's not totally focused as Alex Oliveira is. I like him as a favorite in this bout. And this is going to be a knockout. If you want to bet, if you don't want to choose either side, one of these 2 dudes is going down. One of them. So you can have it in the rounds fight. It's not going to decision, okay? Next we have, what is it? We got Paul Craig going up against Guzmarad Antigalov. I tried with the first name, but I'm just calling him Antigalov. Paul Craig, lightweight bout right here between these 2 guys. Right now, we have a pretty even match, but I think the odds should be more favored on Paul Craig's side. Antigalov has a huge gas tank problem. He is one of those Russians that likes to grapple, like all other Dagestani Russians. He's from a different part of Russia, but he loves to wrestle. He's on a 2-fight losing streak currently, and that's because he goes all out. He goes all out in the first round. If he's not getting you in the first minute and a half, he's gonna lose his gas tank very quickly. and that's a problem. All Paul Craig has to do is get past his first flurries, which was in that Mikhail Lichkov fight right there. Got knocked out in the first round. He comes at you with reckless abandon. He wants to take you down, and he's going to use his whole gas tank in the first couple minutes. And it's like crazy. It's like how is he even a fighter? It doesn't make any sense. But he is so relentless. He averages 8.7 takedowns a fight. So that's what I'm telling you. Paul Craig just has to survive. Get past that. Paul Craig has a good background in submission and in wrestling. He's a submission artist. He likes to pull guard, so he likes working from the back if it does come to that that situation. And he's had wars. He had a freaking insane fight in his last fight in that draw against Shogun Rua, who's on this card. And I think he can do it. Just get past those first flurries, and you will be the guy that's going to be with a ton of energy in that second and third round when the Tigalov is just like gassing and gasping for air, and you can take advantage of him. I don't know why that is so close, maybe because Paul Craig is such an up and down fighter. His last fight was a draw, but yeah, there's a simple solution to fighting a Tigalov, and that's just surviving the first round. And I like Paul Craig in this fight. Next, we have a women's bout. We have Carla Esparza going up against Marina Rodriguez, the Brazilian right here. Carla Esparza, tiny like Tisha Torres. She's 5'1", compared to Marina, who's 5'6", and has the reach advantage of Rel. So you got a big height advantage with 5 inches, and she uses it very, very well because she is a Muay Thai striker, loves the leg kicks, loves the knees, and she is very, very dangerous. Just has to avoid the Cookie Monster getting her on the ground and using her submission and wrestling prowess, because that's the only way she can win. But if this stays on the feet, hands down, it's Marina. She probably get a knockout. This is a sneaky bet. I got to check the odds when it comes out later. Marina KO. It has to be plus money because usually women's fights never finish in knockouts. This is an opportunity where a woman can finish another. Marina can finish Carla in a knockout, like Agapova did a couple cards ago. I loved her. I seen the tape. I saw the potential. It's the same type of potential that I seen Marina, even though she's starting her fighting career pretty late, already 33. But this is clearly a situation where it's Marina's to lose. You handle her takedowns, which you already have 70% takedown defense, which is good, and you finish her on her feet. That's it. Or finish her with some ground and pound. You are very vicious with those knees. Man, you're good in the clinch. Very, very good. Give me Marina in this clear cut. Give me the slight favor right there, minus 160. Sorry, Carly. You're just too small, and you're a one-way fighter. One-way fighter. Next fight, we have Fabricio Verdum going up against Alexander Gustafsson. Gustafsson coming into this fight. Let me just see the measurables. These are two huge human beings. 6'5" and 6'4". Gustafsson has the reach advantages by 2. And he is the clear favorite. Just going off of Fabricio, huge veteran in the game, former champion, 42 years old, which is, for heavyweight, that's like almost where you should start to retire. Like, this is it. And it shows. You had 2 bad losses in your last 2 fights. You're still a very, very dangerous grappler. But the stand-up, you can get picked apart. And this is where these people can win. You didn't even show up against Alexei Oleinik. That was the most embarrassing loss I have ever watched. And this gives me the confidence to pick Gustafsson in this fight. He's been away for a little bit, Gustafsson, but he's a very, very powerful striker. Last fight, Anthony Smith, which you got rear naked choke, which shouldn't happen because he's not really a submission guy. You lost to John Jones, but you faced top competition: Glover Teixeira, Daniel Cormier, Anthony Johnson, all this top competition, and you moved up in weight. Now you're fighting heavyweight, so you got to put on a little bit of pounds. But this is a fight you can definitely handle. Just pick and choose. Don't get too close and don't get clipped, because you don't want Verdum to put you on the ground. You do not want Verdum to put you on the ground. Make sure you stay this on top and work him, and his gas tank is going to go as well. This is a 42-year-old man. I'm pretty sure as long as you stay on your feet in that second, third round, you're going to be a fresher fighter, and you can get this at least by decision or knock him out with the power that you hold. Okay, I'm definitely going to Alexander Gustafsson, moving up in weight class. This is better for him. This is a restart to his career, so he's going to be young for the heavyweight class at 33. This is perfect prime for heavyweights, and I think this is a good decision for him. This is a good move up. I like that. Next, we have Shogun Rua going up against Nogueira in the trilogy fight right here. These two old men. Oh, man. Shogun beat you the first time. He beat you in every decade. He beat you in 05, then beat you in 2015, and he probably is going to beat you in 2020. All right? Antonio, you're 44, dude. I mean, you did ask for this fight, so, and he already said he was going to retire, so maybe he just wants that win before he goes and, finally gets that win over someone he lost to twice. But the second one was very close. You can go either way, but Rua got those 2 takedowns, and this is another similar situation where Nogueira just took too much damage. I don't know if he's just had enough of surgeries. I mean, you've been away, you made a new farm, like you've got your mind outside of UFC fighting. Rua is still been doing good. Still been doing good. This is why he's the favorite. He's 38. He's still in his prime. Still has some years and fight left in him. And right here, he has some great wins. He beat Nogueira, beat Corey Anderson, beat John Vellante, lost Anthony Smith, beat Tyson Pedro. These are wins on the record. If you go to Nogueira on the other side, you are declining. And it's clear. It's very clear. You still have a ton of power in those hands, but you're declining. You lost to Anthony Johnson. You lost to Rua. Good win against Cummings. Lost to Bader and lost to Spann, which was a huge left uppercut that you caught from Spann. But I don't see it where you come out victorious. I know you want a swan song and go out into the sunset, but Rua is going to put it on you. He's going to put it on you, and if not, he's going to take you to the ground, and he's going to win by decision probably. Or knockout because you'll just be too tired. Give me Shogun Rua in this trilogy fight and just send the great Nogueira away. All right, that's it. You're done. All right. Last but not least, we have Robert Whittaker going up against Darren Till. This fight is so good. Very, very good finale for Fight Island. Whittaker versus Till. Whittaker finally coming back from that it was embarrassing. He got knocked out twice. Embarrassing loss against Israel Adesanya, losing his belt. Took a little bit of hiatus. Had major damage in that fight. And then the 2 fights against Joel Romero. You've been in absolute wars. You contemplated retirement. But obviously you feel rejuvenated enough to come back. You signed the deal with Darren Till. Darren Till stepped up because it was going to be another fighter. And this one's going to be very close. This is going to be a clash of styles right here. Darren Till more of the counter striker like Israel Adesanya, but not as dynamic as Adesanya. And Robert Whittaker, where I don't know what happened to you. You come more anxious and come forward, and this is why you got caught. This is why you got knocked out by Israel Adesanya. You came too forward, and you were just flailing and you got caught. You got caught multiple times. So if you just look at this record, I understand he made a great run switching weight classes, and then went on this huge run right here. All these wins. Rhodes, Hester, Tavares, Rafael Natal. But this is the reason why I'm picking Darren Till in this fight, is on this way up, you beat a lot of guys that were wrestlers that became strikers. So that means these wrestlers not really good with the stand-up. That's why you can be able to beat them with the stand-up. Like Yoel Romero. He was a wrestler. That's his background, and then became a striker. Sakura was a wrestler and has okay stand-up. Rafael Natal was a wrestler and has okay stand-up. Now, if you go to straight strikers, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, lost. If you go to Israel Adesanya, striker, lost. Darren Till, Muay Thai background, very good, patient counter striker, and he's going to probably win the scorecard with how technical he is, how he controls the middle of the ring and dictates pace right there. I like Darren Till in this fight. He's going to annoy Whittaker, where it's going to force him to come forward like he did with Israel Adesanya, like he did with Yoel Romero, because Morero was sitting there, because Morero likes to sit there and wait, and then he fights in spurts, and then he'll react. Boom, boom. You don't know when it's coming. Romero should have won that second fight, but Darren Till's going to do the same thing as him. He has that big wide stance, and he's going to load up them leg kicks and come for you. He's going to load him the leg kicks like he did to the Gastelum, and then he's going to chip you every time you come in and lunge forward like you did against Israel Adesanya. And it's going to annoy you because he is, for the fact that he's the same height, he's a bigger guy, and he stands tall, and he keeps his hands up high. And he's going to be waiting for you to come in. And I see Darren Till taking advantage of this situation. I don't know how you're going to respond after losing your title. And you took like 13 months off, 12 months off. And you were contemplating some things. You weren't too sure. You took major, major damage in the last 3 fights. In the last 2 fights, you got knocked down and knocked out 4 times. So, Darren Till's going to be the fresher fighter. I understand he got knocked out by Masvidal, but it wasn't a war, it was just a knockout. And Darren Till moved in weight classes and moved up, and this is better for his body. He doesn't have to do, huge weight cuts to 170 to tire himself out. Darren Till is going to be at where he's supposed to be, and that means he's just going to be a bigger dude. And in the clinch, I like Darren Till because those elbows will come, and they're going to hit hard. All right, this is a little bit of an underdog pick. Everyone loves Robert Whittaker. He's a fan favorite, but I think this is Darren Till's time. And I kind of have a feeling that UFC wants Till versus Adesanya. That would be a great fight with the way those two guys strike, and that would be something to see. Okay, so that is my breakdown for Whittaker versus Till UFC Fight Night, the finale of the Fight Island bouts that we have right now before 252. And thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel at MessNetJSD. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MessNetJSD. I'll try to do a video tomorrow. I got to speak about probably baseball that's going to come up on Thursday. And if not, I'll probably do a recap of my bets that I'm going to narrow down, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and pass this video on, man. Peace.